Welcome back, everybody, to week number 2 of Season 2 of Forgotten Fates, a Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 edition campaign. We're currently still trapped in the Underdark, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be spending the rest of the season. However, it might be short, because we're probably going to die very quickly.
Yep.
If something doesn't kill us, we're going to starve to death.
Or we're going to engage something that we shouldn't.
Yep.
Okay.
That will kill us.
Ardo just found an awesome stash of mage goodies.
I should have known with this goggles. So I grab the goggles and I look at Ardo and I'm like, here, put these on. You'll like it.
At him and I look at the goggles and shrug my shoulders and put them on.
The goggles are cursed.
They're called goggles of night.
He couldn't see any extra stuff in the
And I cancel the spell on the dagger.
The dagger suddenly goes dark, but Ardo, you can see fine. Everything's wide, but out to 60 feet, as if you'd been born that way. Yeah.
All excited and
I say, shh, keep it down, Ardo.
but I can see.
I see the light.
Where are your clothes?
That's terrific. I am wearing them.
Oh.
I didn't know you put them back on.
The bracers are bracers of armor. I don't know who could use these. I'm looking at the Cleric or Dermot or Vakaut.
Bracers of armor?
You guys need bracers?
Look over at Dermot real quick.
What are they made of?
Yours.
How are they made out of?
Leather.
Leather.
Leather?
Back off, Ardo. You got goggles. These ones are mine.
Here you go.
I don't want armor.
Side note, it's +2 AC.
Nice.
Natural AC?
It counts as a protective bonus, so no. It doesn't count against your natural.
Okay.
So it's just a miscellaneous modifier?
It would be like armor bonus.
So would it stack?
So if you had +2 armor, it wouldn't
Gotcha.
stack.
It goes in my armor.
Exactly. Yeah.
The circlet.
Wait, what?
That's what I was asking.
What do you mean it doesn't stack?
It doesn't stack.
It doesn't stack with a magical armor bonus. If you had like +2 leather, it wouldn't stack with these bracers.
Okay. So it still goes on top of my normal armor from my chain shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as your chain shirt didn't have like a +2 on it already.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you had a chain shirt of armor, it wouldn't stack. Okay.
Gotcha.
The circlet is a circlet of persuasion. Gives +3 on all charisma checks.
Nice.
I don't know. It's either you or me, I think.
Either way.
I can't really figure out the cloak. I'd need help with that. And the wand is...
I say help, questioning.
I need a wizard or magic.
I nod.
Is it a wand of identification?
Well, I don't know.
Nice.
But I don't want to point it at something and try it that way.
In my experience, it's best not to point your wand at
I'm
things
gonna-
that you shouldn't.
What's the identify spell? What school is it?
The school for identify. Oh my goodness.
I'd know that, wouldn't I?
Divination. It's divination.
It's definitely not a wand of identify. Nor is it a cloak of identify. Chances are it's more like the bracers. I already have a cloak. Any of you guys not wearing a cloak?
I'll take the cloak.
I've got a cloak.
We don't even know what the cloak does, do we?
No, we don't. Not yet.
Yes, give it to Vakaut.
Yeah, he seems to collect all those things, but we don't know what they do.
Sweet. I'm gonna put it right here next to my other ones. My precious.
Wasn't creepy at all.
Now, the wand itself, I don't know how familiar you are with magic devices, Andara.
Are you holding it out and like
Yeah.
sort of like? I grab it between like my thumb and my index, and I'm just sort of looking at it. I
Like,
just give it back.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not how you use those. Okay. I'll hang on to that. I think it's either me or I think Ardo, do you know how to use magic devices?
You know what? I think I do.
Andara's taken back by that.
But that's different than knowing what they are.
Well, I'm not asking you to use it.
Oh.
And I pull it back away from him. I'll hang on to that for now.
I sort of say too. Yes, Ardo tends to get in enough trouble on his own without the help of magic.
This spellbook might help us, but I need time to figure it out.
As I mentioned before, time we have.
And now that you can't see, or now that you can see, rather, I have all the time in the world. And I hop into the back of the cart.
Well, Ardo, I'm still holding the rope. Or rather, we're still connected by the rope. I'm ready when you are.
Right. I trudge forward more confident now because I can see.
Clearly
Did you do
now.
like a march?
I say I can just see
Right
Ardo
into the
on
quick
just-
stone.
Ardo's just strutting forward.
You're marching along. You see this huge spider crawling along the wall. Looks like it could probably pick up the whole cart. Just keeps going.
Guess
I-
it's no hungry.
I continue
Moving on.
going as though I didn't see it.
It's nice to see, huh?
How's that centipede working out for you?
That's back there.
Are you sure? What's that?
Continuing along, Ardo, you're not finding too much more. You do get along, and you see a boot halfway going into the floor up ahead.
A boot.
When you say,
Halfway-
Sragg, when you say halfway going in floor, sorry to interrupt Ardo. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just part of it looks like a shave off of a boot just sticking part way out of the floor.
out of the ground,
Yeah,
half of a boot.
looks like it.
So would it be like the top half from the ankle down? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it
Like the
right side
heel
up?
and the bottom said it's going
Oh,
up.
as though something had ate it and that's all that's left. What the hell? See if I can hear anything.
No?
Apparently not. I do a spot check, see if I can see anything. Apparently
No?
not. I say, I found a boot! Well, half of one anyway.
I do a golf clap.
And we continue up. Or I continue on. Doing spot check as we go.
Okay.
I
You're
start-
looking around.
Sorry. I was going to say,
Ardo,
I'm looking through the book.
looking for the
Place
book.
it isn't clear. That's what I'm doing this whole time.
You do spot something, Ardo. You found the rest of the owner of the boot.
Oh shit. What do I see?
Up on the roof, there's a spider sitting there eating a deep gnome.
Oh my god. I begin
fellow.
backing up with a scared look on my face.
He's directly above you and hasn't seemed to do anything.
I'm gonna slowly look up.
I'm
Why?
I'm
Why
pointing,
would
but
you
I'm
do
not
that?
saying anything.
Oh, you're pointing?
I
Now
point
you
at the
could-
spider, and I'm all
So we can just see him like shaking his boots, pointing straight up, looking up.
See it pointing.
Yeah. So now, if everyone draws their attention up,
Mhm.
this spider probably could have eaten that deep gnome in 2 bites. It might be able to take sprinkles in one.
How long would it take to eat a trolling DM?
It couldn't, as it's being currently controlled by the
Ah, okay.
You notice the DM is riding the spider, looking down. As a drip of venom the size of a halfling lands beside Ardo.
And out comes the three-headed troll with it. One breathes fire, one breathes light, and the other one breathes fire.
It seems content munching on its deep gnome.
I can make some munching sounds for that if you're not already picking them up. So we all
Perhaps we should hang along.
We all just see this giant spider eating. Do we all see it eating the gnome, or do we just see part of it?
Yeah. Well, y'all see the spider.
Like, are we still in like the sort of half pipe situation inside of the lake bed?
Yeah.
So we see the spider on the edge of the lake bed.
No, he's on
He's
the
like
ceiling.
above. Oh,
Above
and it's
you.
like, is it like cocooned in, or is he trying to cocoon it, or is he just eating it?
He's just eating it.
Are there other cocoons around it?
Yes.
Time to go.
How big is the spider compared to the gnome?
This is one of the
Size.
biggest ones you've seen. This spider, if you were to kill it, you could live inside of it.
Oh, goodness.
You said the smaller ones are more dangerous?
I just gestured to Ardo to like go.
I
start walking a
hide.
little faster.
Hide?
I hide.
I start walking a little bit faster. You see suddenly me past the gnome, and the rope starts calling the other direction.
Oh,
The gnome. You're on the roof? Wait, what?
The halfling.
Oh,
So you headed out in front of Ardo?
Yes, I'm in front of Ardo now.
Ooh. Okay.
How are you?
I look
How
at Ke- I
how
look at-
quickly are you going?
I look at Kel and I'm like shrugging, like I just move forward. I keep bringing the wagon towards the way that he's going. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I really don't know how fast I'll be going
I'm in
because
tow behind.
Yeah.
I don't think my character's moving as fast as he used to.
No, Ardo moves the same speed as you. So are you still moving forward, Ardo?
No,
Or are you
no,
frozen in
I
terror?
was moving back. I was moving backwards. I was pointing at the spider.
Well, you see that you passed the hobgoblin that's going the other direction.
I just look at him and wonder. And I'm still shocked. And I'm heading back towards the cart, I guess.
Okay. The hobgoblin reaches the end of the rope going the other way, and you feel it start to pull you.
Oh, pull me?
Yeah.
I slip out of the rope.
I'm looking at Ardo and shrugging
Okay.
and shaking my head like, "What are you doing?"
Roll your escape. Yeah, you're out. He just like, he's out of the rope and he hops up. Are you getting in the cart?
No, I'm still walking backwards. I'm
Has
getting
the cart
behind.
Gone
I'm going
by him
behind
yet,
the
or-
cart.
I suddenly feel the rope go limp.
I wouldn't
And I
say you
stopped
would notice
for a
that
look.
too much. You wouldn't probably notice that too much.
If I was starting to pull him one way, it would have went taunt, and with him leaving, it would have fell onto the ground. I
Fair
think I
enough,
should
fair
have
enough.
Felt that.
You notice that the rope is now, and with it being a 50-foot rope, you can see them on the edge of your vision still.
So
The cart's moving forward towards y'all.
I'm going to turn around and walk back towards the cart.
Splash! Okay, you make it.
I ask Andara,
I am doing this before he's talking. I'm like, I don't say anything. I'm just like pointing in that direction.
I just hop in the cart.
How about our resident dwarf and bear? Do y'all have anything to say? You've been awfully quiet.
Oh, we're just watching this happen. It's quite the entertaining. We're still a little tired. We didn't get a full sleep.
You gonna nod back off?
Back off what?
No, you're gonna nod off again.
Yeah, let's catch a nap.
Not
They-
fall, nod, yeah.
Yeah. They seem to be handling it. The spider's not threatening us right now, is it?
No,
No.
it seems content.
How much of that gnome is left?
It's done with that one, and it's starting to fiddle around with one of the other cocoons. one that's pulling forward is probably about the size of an umber hole.
Okay.
Here's what
Where's-
happened to the humans' friends.
Where's Ardo?
Perhaps we should leave before she gets finished eating everything else and decides to eat us.
No, the cart's still moving. The cart's never stopped moving.
I think Ardo left out from behind the cart and just kept going that way, right?
Yeah, if Arnold's just not coming along, and that's his own loss.
So I'm just like, wake me if she
What?
decides to eat us.
So did you keep going back to where the cart came from, Ardo, or did you get on the cart or under the cart, or what'd you do?
No, I'm following behind the cart.
Okay.
I try to get Kel's attention.
How? If he's facing forward?
I'm not facing forward. but
Okay, I'm
good
just
luck getting
making
my
sure.
attention.
I grab his shoulder or whatever.
You hop up on the cart?
I guess I could do. hop
It's
up on
gonna
the
be hard to
cart.
do it otherwise.
I'm sitting right behind the position. I was sitting right behind Andara in the cart with the book.
So
open.
when you got the book, you weren't sitting beside me anymore. You switched.
No, because he could see, so I didn't need to sit up there.
Okay.
So I guess that means I'm on front of the cart now with Andara.
Yep. Dragging that rope.
I want to pick the rope up and just put it in the back.
I'm making sure to keep a distance away from Vakaut, so I'm not touching him.
Okay.
Just so you know, I don't.
Okay. So if he stops, you just stop all of a sudden, like.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, keep your space.
I tie myself to the bench and I sit on the very edge.
Okay. Sounds good. You tied the rope to the bench and you're sitting on the edge.
Yes, in case I fall, and for further reference, I didn't tie it at the 50 foot. I tied it at 5 foot.
Okay.
So if
So
I fall,
when the cart falls off the edge of the ravine and everyone else jumps, you're going with it.
exactly.
Okay. Just checking.
Well,
Well, at least if
If-
Sprinkles dies with his Vakaut as well.
Yes.
if the troll says that way, since I'm on that side of the cart and I fall off that side anyways, I don't think it's gonna make a difference anyways.
No, the cart will land on you. And it'll be great. But anyway.
Wow,
You'll break Sprinkle's fall. She'll survive.
the trolling is strong in this one.
I'm trying not to. I'm sorry.
I'll
I
make
just
sure,
can't avoid it.
I'll make sure when I fall, I'm gonna have the sword straight up, so when Sprinkles comes, she'll be impaled. Moving forward.
That's terrible.
Well, next time, don't say she breaks my fall.
All right. Oh, okay. I'll make sure I never say that again. Nothing will ever break your fall.
So what's happening next?
Ardo, you were talking to
Go ahead.
Kel.
Yo, I was like, Kel, the spider.
Spiders? Yeah, we went to that ruin. There were spiders.
No, there.
Where? What?
Point towards the spider.
Okay, wait a minute. How loud are you guys actually saying this?
Ardo's pretty loud.
I'm going.
No, not that loud. Not that
Come
loud.
on, I'm busy. What do you want? What?
There's a giant spider. Look, and I point.
Oh God. Why would you close the book and like cower down? Why? Show that to me.
Are you hiding under a bedroll or something?
I'm sure that'll save you.
Kind of use Ardo as a human shield. He's struggling with me, I can tell.
I just
Oppose? No. Okay.
I just look back and I'm like, shh, you guys making too much noise.
So, Andara, what do you have to say?
I'm heading towards a direction that seems to be an egress out of this lake that we're stuck in.
Okay. So now the cart really am leading any more hurried? or-
Exactly, and whatever robot thing you just said, that
Yeah.
exact thing, except the good version of us getting to safety. Because you're cutting out a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, you're back.
All right. Well, you continue on for a little ways, and the spider fades from your view, but not your thoughts. You continue.
Much like
You
my
find a-
dreams.
A safe spot, you think, to possibly pull up off the side. You can see up over it. It looks not too steep. No more issues with the. Hopefully, you won't have any more issues with this quick stone substance.
Right.
We can
Okay.
always hope.
Right. Not much else we can do if our rogue is chickened out on us.
It's a huge spider.
It's
I'm going
gone.
still.
You make it up the side with no problems if you did attempt it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slowly and steady and
Up along the edge here is these squat barrel-shaped fungi.
Do we all notice this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone that's looking will notice. They're kind of interesting. Some of them they grow up to 8 foot tall, 5 foot diameter, just barrel-shaped fungus.
You let me need to know if I need to roll anything to identify this, or
I would probably roll now, you and Kel, if you're looking.
what kind of roll am I doing?
Would-
Is it D20 or?
Survival. D20 with survival.
Was this in front of us?
Would I
It's
roll
around
since I'm
you.
sitting on the front of the cart? as
Okay.
well?
So I just
You
wanted to make
really
sure
want-
because I was looking back towards the spider, like, oh god. And this is survival, you said?
You
Yeah,
want
this will be
a
a
silent
survival.
roll in GM chat?
Yeah, silent roll from you in GM chat and from Kel in GM chat. Give me a silent bard knowledge.
Oh, you want bard knowledge? Okay.
Yeah, bard knowledge from you. Okay. That's enough for both of you. You recognize these as barrel stock. They are a large cascade-shaped fungus that grow about 8 foot in height at the maximum, 5 foot diameter. The outer layers are tough and woody, but the inner flesh is edible, and the center is filled with a reservoir of water, usually 20 to 50 gallons, that can be tapped and drained. The inner flesh turns black and poisonous when they begin to produce spores, which happens about after 10 years of growth.
Okay.
Black and
So-
poisonous, you said?
The water inside is safe. It's just the flesh of it. The
The-
black flesh is poisonous, you said?
Right. If it's been up for over 10 years, the bigger ones are most likely poisonous.
So anything that's black is poisonous. The rest of the mushroom is okay.
Safe. If they've gotten to the point where the flesh turns black, you wouldn't want the water either.
Okay. Okay. How far away are we now approximately from that spider situation?
Oh, you're good. 200, 300 yards?
Like he was above us, but we're like laterally 200 yards away from that
Yeah.
situation?
Yep.
200 yards.
Is there anything else in our immediate area?
There does seem to be, it's still a pretty open area, but there seems to be a path leading out through here.
So considering it's a food source, has this sparked anyone else to like look around?
Well, did you mention that it was a food source?
That's
I haven't yet.
Mushrooms.
I'm just trying to get
okay.
my head around something.
What were they called? What did we say they were called?
Barrel stock
Barrel stock.
Barrels.
8 foot tall, 5 foot diameter, tough and woody.
at the biggest, yeah.
Black flesh poison. And the spider was approximately 200 yards, you said, away, so a little bit less than 2 football fields.
And the spider's about the size of half a football field, so.
Okay. I don't know what we're laughing at, but I love it.
It's definitely safe.
I'm looking around to see if there's anything else that's identifiable as a potential hazard. If you need me to roll, let me know.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna check, roll me a spot check.
So I'm looking around at that time, and I'm like, wouldn't that? And I tell Andara, wouldn't that help with our ration situation?
I started listening to Kel, and I'm just nodding, and I'm looking around.
You don't see anything. Surely this is just a vast, untapped source of food and water.
Uh-huh.
I hear
Aside
the-
from my spot, would I have any other intuitions about this particular situation or this kind of biome that I'm going into?
Generally, these things are jealously guarded by one tribe or another, but you see no sign of anything around here. Perhaps it's because of the giant spider.
I relay that information to Kel. Usually these things are guarded by such one tribe or another. But maybe because of the spider, they're safe.
Maybe someone should keep an eye out anyways, just in case the spider decides it's still hungry. I shudder.
Yes. That's probably best. We should move quickly if we're going to gather some of these as rations, but just keep away from the black flesh. That's probably
Right.
poisonous.
You hear that, guys?
I poke my head up. Food? Food? Where? Where's food?
These barrel stock are edible, but the black ones are poisonous. I'm pointing out one that's not poisonous, if there are any that are not poisonous or black in our direct vicinity.
Well, you can't tell till you've cut into them, but you know generally the longer they've lived. So the bigger ones are more than likely poisonous.
Okay. I say avoid the larger ones if at all possible. There should be some water in the middle if you have any water skins to fill up. Or if we have anything to accrue water with, we should probably do so as quickly as possible and move along.
Just remember, black is bad.
Don't ingest any black mushroom.
Do
Parts
you
or anything.
split up and start gathering, or what do you do?
I also tell the party, generally these are guarded. I'm not seeing anything around us, so I suspect that maybe the spider is prohibiting that, but be on your guard.
Can I
Guarded
do
by
a-
what?
Tribes
Of what?
using them as food sources of whatever uses them as food sources in the area.
Can I do
Any
a
primitive grace?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Humanoids. I shrug. Humanoids.
More than likely goblinoids, usually.
Yeah. Goblinoids, humanoids.
Can I do a listen check when I hear that they're supposed to be guarded? That I listen.
You can roll listen, yeah.
Yeah, when I say that, I say something with sentience is what I say.
I would also like if you start doing your listen checks in GM roll,
Yes, sir.
and you don't hear anything to set you suspicious. You think that perhaps she's right. Maybe you've just lucked out.
Well, regardless, she says she doesn't see anything. I trust her. Has the cart come to a halt?
I stopped the cart and
There's
I'm
a
listening.
lot of listens going on. Why are there more rolls happening?
I was trying to set mine up for GM. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you have to roll. You have to actually type it out to do it in GM. It's like /GM roll, I believe.
Yeah.
And Ardo, you didn't announce what you wanted to do before you did it. So
You said
beyond
you
your
wanted
penalty
one.
of one.
From everybody. You said you wanted one from everybody, so that's why I did it.
Oh, there wasn't anything here.
It's got to be in GM though.
I didn't know that.
You hear an
Yeah, you do
angelic
/GM.
choir coming from out in the mushroom forest.
Don't worry, I'll stop singing. I go towards one of the smaller mushrooms and cut into
It's about 6 foot tall, decent around. It's like cutting into a tree. It's going to take a little work.
With everyone's listen checks, none of us heard anything.
No,
it. This isn't
Okay.
gonna work.
So I stop the cart and I get off. I'm still on my guard, looking around and keeping my ears peeled. I'm still every now and then I'm tapping my ear that was severed.
yeah. So you get off the cart and start wandering through the barrel stocks, looking around.
I'm
or
not
what?
far. I'm not far from the cart. I'm not gonna go, that far unless there's black mushrooms. There.
I'm
They're
gonna-
only, there.
I'm gonna draw my sword and follow Andara, kind of acting as.
I know, and I
protector.
say stick together. I say to everybody as we're getting off the cart, don't wander
Okay.
too far.
Who's gonna stay with Sprinkles?
I just raised an eyebrow.
I'm
and looked
sitting
at
on the
Vakaut.
cart, looking around, looking for any
Alright.
approaching
I
enemies.
gesture towards the dwarf and the bear.
I just
That's
nod my
alright.
head.
I'm actively looking for enemies. Just an FYI.
Okay.
Dermot, do you have an axe I could use? My rapier doesn't really work on this thing.
He's poking a mushroom. You're getting good water out of it, though.
No? It's
No.
like cutting into a tree. Ardo,
He'll take this.
Yeah.
It's a little hand axe.
Okay. So
are
like a
you
hatchet.
sticking with them? Are you staying on the cart?
Yeah.
Which way? What you?
Yeah, I'm staying with them.
Do I have any of those axes that we had left that was sitting on the cart, or did we unload everything?
That was unloaded.
Okay.
So, yeah, the other four of you are sticking together then, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah, we're gonna not move any further than 5 feet away. At least that was my idea. 5-6 feet away from each other.
Did you say we had to cook the flesh of this stuff, or is it just
no,
edible?
he said it was just edible.
Yeah, it's just a.
All right. So I go back to Dermot. I get the hand axe, and I go back to the mushroom I was eyeballing.
All right, y'all are looking at the mushrooms here, wandering around, just in that general area, not too far. Dermot, you looking around, you notice that some of the barrel stocks look different than they should. It's weird. They're talking about all these mushrooms, but those don't look like mushrooms. Those are more round.
Are they going towards any of these weirder looking ones?
They seem to be scattered throughout the barrel stocks.
Okay, as soon as one of the guys goes towards one of them, I'm just going to yell out to be careful by that one.
Okay.
How far away are we when he quote unquote yells out?
He yells it out just as you come around the corner face to face with this round white object.
Do I recognize the round white object as anything?
Well, it's kind of fuzzy. You're not really sure. It seems too big to be. Can it be? Roll,
you don't need me
please.
to roll anything, do you?
Yeah, I'd like you to roll me just a quick d20.
Okay.
To identify. No, you're not sure what this could be. It's
Has it
rather odd.
noticed us?
Has it?
You're not sure if
Inanimate.
the round white thing has noticed you or not. You then begin to question your sanity.
That's like asking, do the rocks notice me?
It definitely looks out of place. What kind of a fungus is this?
It seems organic. Maybe that's what he's asking? Is it organic?
As y'all are looking at it, it quivers slightly and stops moving.
Do we see it shake or move?
Yeah.
I step back and
I'm gonna step in front of her.
and I'm just gesturing for us to go back. Like, if things start moving and we're in a mushroom thing, no, that's it.
So, and I motioned to her that or I whispered to her, "I'll wait till you go. I'll cover us."
As you're backing back out, you notice, Andara, that you back right next to another one. You actually touched it slightly. It's sticky, and it shakes a little bit.
I think you should lick it.
I just shake any of the goo off that I can.
It's
And
not
I-
goo. It almost feels like silk.
I'm weirded out by this situation, and I keep heading back towards the cart.
Roll one more time with your connection.
Okay.
You still can't place, though, what the heck this could be. Although it's right on the edge. You feel like you should recognize this, and I don't know. It's terrible.
Yep. All right. I just.
They don't write about these things.
So we're clear. Did we accrue any resources during this, or are we going back?
You haven't
empty-handed?
yet. You're empty-handed at the moment.
Okay, I'm just trying to get rid of this goo off of me.
So I'm still hacking at the stock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Kel by himself at the
shaking
moment?
this, even though it's silky,
Yep.
I'm shaking this goo off.
So those things are between us and Kel?
No, they're scattered throughout the barrel stalks.
So where are we at in relevance to the edge of this stalk forest?
Backing back up towards the cart, leaving Cal in the middle with all this horrible.
What I'm asking is Andara clear
Yeah.
of the stalks?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and tell her I'm going back for Kel, and I head back in.
And
Ardo, where are you with this?
I just nod.
I should be next to Kel.
Oh, you didn't leave Kill. Your faithful halfling companion has stayed to watch your back, Mr. Bard, while the others in the heavy armor have backed out cautiously.
Some of us didn't even go in.
True to form.
Yeah. You managed to make through to some of the softer flesh.
Okay.
Yeah, without too much more trouble, now that you're into the softer stuff, you begin to actually hack it down. Were you just cutting into it from the middle, trying to leave a stump, or what were you doing here?
What is the approximate diameter of this stump he's hacking into?
This one's about 3 foot.
A 3 foot. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? There's no sense that he would have any inclination to do anything other than just hack it with like a stump.
Okay. All right.
So is
It
your
takes you-
ultimate goal to cut it down?
Yeah, why
Just so
not?
I understand. Okay.
Once I see the flesh, and if the flesh isn't black, then yeah.
It's not. It's a nice white. Looks rather tasty. Like baked fish.
Oh boy.
Well, he's a bard. What do you think he would think?
Oh,
of?
anyways.
Ardo, roll me a spot check.
You want a GM spot check or a regular?
Mhm. GM.
Slash GM roll?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You too, Vakaut. Ardo, you see one of those white orbs that were described earlier shaking again. You're almost thinking you might see something moving inside of it.
I point at it and I get Kel's attention. Is that moving?
So
Huh?
Sragg, you said these were white orbs.
Yeah.
And I point over there. What is that?
These aren't
Okay.
cylinders still?
Spider
The-
eggs.
Yeah. You described them as looking like the other ones. Sorry, I thought they were cylinders still.
No, they're not cylinders. Vakaut, you think you might have saw a bulbous, 8-legged form about the size of a human moving in and out of the barrel stalks off in the distance. It seemed to be moving rather clumsy.
Have I came across them yet?
I came across who yet?
Kel and Ardo.
Yes.
Can I get
Yep.
my action first before he does?
Yes.
Okay.
Before he gets to you, you will.
Just
You've been
wanted to make
hacking
sure.
at that thing for a while.
Yeah, it's just because Ardo just got my attention and told me to look at that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at this thing. What do I see?
Roll me a bardic knowledge.
Okay. Bardic knowledge. Does this matter whether it's in secret or not?
I would prefer it. I like the secret roll for that one. Oh. Why, this must be No, it can't be. It's much, much, much too big. Well, yes, it is. It is exactly what you think it is. It's the biggest spider egg you've ever seen, which makes sense, being in the area of the biggest spider you've ever seen.
Oh, why is there a spider egg over there?
Are you actually saying this out loud, or are you thinking this in your internal thoughts? And
I
how
said
loud
that
are
out
you
loud.
saying it? Okay.
Do I
It
come
would be
upon-
loud enough for Vakaut and Ardo to hear because Vakaut's walking up.
Well, I wouldn't quite say I'm walking up.
You say?
I'm walking with purpose.
Did you say spider egg?
As soon as I get to him, I'm like, we need to go. Big spider coming now. Go.
Did I hack off the thing at all?
Yeah, you've acted up. You can get
How-
into some of the meat.
How heavy is it?
Oh, if you're trying to take the stock itself, this thing would require you and Vakaut to carry. It's probably about, I'd say, 300 pounds.
Can we get it on the cart and like disassemble it while we go?
Yeah, if you
Hey,
manage
wait a
to get it
minute.
out of here.
300 pounds on the cart?
No, okay, so that's probably not a good idea.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
he's 300
the bear
pounds.
can
He
sit
gets
on
on the
the
cart.
That might be
It's not-
metagaming, though. I mean,
The cart's pretty
I-
durable.
As a character, you decide what you're going to do. I didn't want to influence that. I'm sorry.
it's about yay big around.
I'm a little unclear as
Chunk
to
of it.
how much of the actual organic material I can get at before I get the hell away from these spiders, because
If I
goddamn
did
spiders.
see them carrying this huge stock, I would be like, no. No, as a character.
It's not. It's not mass. Imagine carrying something the size of a large drum, like in a marching band. That's what they're bringing back.
Then you know I can. My character can pick it up and carry it and move as as he wasn't encumbered.
You're still carrying a lot of stuff, aren't you?
No, sir.
You know,
I got rid of all of that umber stuff.
At the
Oh,
con,
okay.
I left
Yeah, I
behind
got rid of
all
all of
the
that stuff.
So you can carry it and move his Ardo speed.
Yes.
Okay.
The goblins been loaded the cart.
So Vakaut comes up and picks up your huge stump now, and
Thanks. Let's go.
We need to go now.
I know. There's spider eggs.
No
I'm pointing
kidding.
at him.
I saw, and I point the other direction. Say, big spider.
all right.
Yeah, but that big spider's way over there. The spider eggs are right
And
here.
I start shaking my head. No, little ones, but they're big. And I like motion at your height, and I go up and down your body, and then it's like, and I point back towards behind me.
Towards the cart.
Yes. Let's go.
All right. So
You're strange.
as y'all are going, you
Not so
notice that
gifted with the words.
one of them starts shaking and starts to crack open slightly. You see pieces of it lifting.
I let out a wail. Ah!
Get
Can
in the cart.
Get in the car.
Are we
Start the
in
cart.
cart at
Start
this
the
point?
cart.
No,
Are we still walking back?
you're still walking back. You just
I'm not
probably
walking.
Oh
okay.
yeah. So they left me behind, but
So, yeah, the bard takes off running. Ardo is probably flying at low speed here, screaming, maybe hanging on to the bard's cloak, being dragged along behind.
can I? Yeah, I know. I mean, granted,
Yeah.
I'm using at 40 foot speed now, right? Since I'm at 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll run behind them.
While you're carrying the 300-pound thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Hobgoblin thing.
Nice.
Well, they got to have some benefit.
No, that's
I mean,
cool. That's awesome.
Pack mule will travel.
No, that's sweet. If you can run at 40 feet per minute and carry a 300-pound object, I'm all about it.
All right. You make it back to the cart.
We might have
And
to carry
Dara,
the cart.
you've
or something.
started seeing some of them shaking off to the other side of the cart. You too, Dermot.
Okay, well, I'm looking for the nearest exit out of this situation.
Are we done
can
our
follow the
field trip?
path.
Is it time to leave?
That's definitely time to leave. Those are spider eggs.
No shit.
I'm gonna put down the stalk, and then I'm gonna sit on the back of the cart
Andara's grossed out that she's
with my
you.
with the sword drawn.
Although she's still trying to make a getaway.
Can I have my axe back?
Not yet. I start harvesting the stock.
All right.
Our
Passing the
system.
stock in the back.
I'm helping him.
Ardo, Oh, you're helping him. And are you driving? Or are you waiting
Yeah,
there?
I'm driving, and I'm saying we should probably only take as much as isn't going to weigh us down.
Yep, trying.
You see Ardo running behind the cart. Wait for me!
I'll throw him a rope and just pull him on.
All right.
Throw him a rope. Okay.
Ardo, looking back as you see the cart running off, you notice a large spider shape come out of the woods near the area where you were and just run across the trail.
Yeah, that's gross.
I think he's looking for
Wait,
you,
He
Ardo.
wouldn't just he would hear it, wouldn't he? Like the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked back at Kill and I said, "That's what I was telling you."
Just gibbering to me.
Well, what am I supposed to say? Screaming on top of my lungs, "There's a spider!"
It worked for
It
Ardo.
wouldn't hurt. I don't think they speak your language.
Nobody speaks my language in this, and I start cursing and washing.
Yeah, I'm not fluent in crazy either.
There he goes again.
As this is going on, I'm just going. Shh.
What does it matter?
You're getting up closer and you see a exit tunnel leading out of this cavern area.
Do we see light at the end of it?
No, you don't see light, but you do see one of the barrel stalks beside you suddenly explode as this giant leg lands on top of it.
What?
Mommy's bad.
What?
Mommy's bad.
Spiders don't usually screech, but you hear a spider screech.
A giant leg? It's
A
identified.
giant
as a
spider leg just
then
smashes
follows-
down on top of a barrel stalk.
So he's chasing us at this point, correct?
Well, you saw him step on something. You're not really sure.
Just keep
You might look
going.
behind you.
Yeah. just
I'm
going.
facing on the end of the I'm.
Is
sitting
anybody
on the
facing
tailgate.
backwards
Yeah.
at this point, or is
That's what I was just saying. I'm
forwards?
like sitting on the tailgate looking back.
Okay, so looking back, who else is looking back?
I'm focused on harvesting that stock, getting it off the
Okay.
cart.
I'm sure I would look back occasionally while I'm assisting.
All right. Well, those people that are looking back, a spider's maw is pretty creepy looking.
Oh.
It's really creepy looking when you see the leg smash down and the maw coming up at the end of the cart. Luckily, the cart makes it into the hole in the side of the wall. In a truly Jurassic Park style
Hey,
escape.
do you see the spider maw like clamp as we're getting away, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
Do we see
No.
the rest of the wall just collapse as the spider keeps coming through?
No.
Same team, dude. Same team.
No children.
No, you've made it out of that situation alive with some form of food. I count that as a win for you. A fail for me. But hey,
Fail.
That's a
Better luck next time, Gadget.
you managed to harvest about, I'd say, 30 pounds of good flesh out of that.
That's just a little while.
okay. So the 30 pounds of flesh. Anyone had water skins that need filling? That we were just like,
Was
No,
it-
you did.
Mine.
Was the
Kinda.
water drained out of it? Probably drained out of it once you cut it, right? Because the center would be like water.
Yeah.
well,
The
just
center
there's
was
some
water.
of it. still
Hey, now
contained.
since I carried it, wouldn't
Yeah,
I have like water on or?
Oh, that's right. That's right, guys. I forgot his washy balance experience. He maintained most of the water. Y'all managed to get enough water out of it to fill at least 2 water skins.
I was actually going for the silk garment being like soaked in water where I can like dredge it out, but that works too.
Okay, so
He
I will
bounced
fill
it on
my
his head
water
as he was
skin.
running.
He was a human centrifuge and was keeping all the water in this perfect center of
is that legit? Are we
Nuts.
Yeah, it's legit.
okay?
a
I
reverse.
can't believe we're actually taking that.
Dermot, since you were assisting me, did your water skin need more water in it?
Sure. I'll fill up my water
Okay.
skin.
No.
So you would have
No.
filled up yours. 'Cause I'm just trying to figure out, like, because I can't be like, oh, hey, can I have your water skin? It would have been like to whoever's helping me.
Wouldn't
In
you be
all
sad that there was no
seriousness.
alcohol?
I do agree with that. Your discipline level would allow you to at least maintain as you're running.
Okay. Oh,
That's one thing that I would definitely give your character. I won't give him much experience about being chased through caves by goblins or any of that stuff, but I'll give him balance.
So when it comes to impossibly carrying water in that, yeah, like
So you
I
said
said,
it
or,
was-
or wearing a soup bowl on his head in the middle of a fight.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with any of that.
You said how much rations? How am I
30
writing this down?
pounds.
About 30 pounds worth of mushroom flesh. It'll last the 5 of you probably about 4 days if it doesn't go bad. Wait a minute. 6. That's too much. It'll last y'all about 10 days if it doesn't go bad. Excuse me.
Say, God, I'm eating 3 pounds a day.
Yeah.
That bastard.
I don't want to hear it, Pudgy.
How much black flesh was in this thing? You said that was good flesh.
None.
Was there- None. Okay.
We were pitching that off the side of the cart as we were doing this.
Yeah, I was just curious to.
It seems in this black and white type of vision that you have that most of this is a wonderful gray color.
I was wondering when that was going to come into account. Just like when he was going to turn around and say,
Yeah.
the white. It's like, how will we know?
It's
Why
only
is-
mildly poisonous.
Wait, it would have been
No, it's
black.
you described
You can
the
see
only
black.
2 colors we can actually see.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're not
It's
colors,
fine.
they're shades.
I knew there would be some.
Some catch-22.
Okay, wait a minute. How
Yeah,
many shades
yeah.
of gray are there?
That's why I didn't.
None in this campaign.
Yeah, no.
That's why I
50
didn't run off by myself and start collecting it. I was afraid that I might, not knowing fully, collect the wrong kind.
Wrong
Oh.
campaign.
I think y'all are fine. We'll see. So where are you going down this little tunnel? This doesn't look
Well, DM,
look as well traveled as the rest.
you tell me because I'm assuming a tunnel only goes in one direction.
Well, you can always
Well,
head
two
back.
directions. Yeah, 2 directions. The way we came from and the way we're going.
Welcome to the next branch of the road.
Yeah.
Come around a couple of bends and it opens up a cavern.
And
It
This
And-
opens up the
And we
leg
step into the
monster.
time warp.
It
Opens up into a cavern, I think is what I
it,
got
it
out of
opens up to danger, Will Robertson.
The caverns of
Yeah.
time.
That's about what we got out of that.
You see the bronze dragon. Now. You
Shabu, bronze dragon.
Goddamn Chromie. She's always messing shit up.
but on a more serious note, you come to a it's not large, but it's a little cavern area. Looks to be about 4 different chutes off of this. One of them opens up as you're looking down. There's I'll be a spring.
Oh, look, it's a spring of poisoned water. This should be excellent.
Given my knowledge of the Underdark, what do I suspect that might be?
Most springs are jealously guarded.
And if it's not guarded, it means it's poisonous.
Oh, great.
Again, you let me know of anything you want me to roll.
Roll a survival check right quick. Everyone.
Okay,
DM or what?
What's this for?
Yep.
it's for survival.
It's a survival check just to notice something. And it's a survival for you too as well.
I
You
would
want
really
this in
be rolling
private?
survival.
Yeah, you would be rolling it as survival.
Do you want this to the GM or just open?
GM.
I'm just curious as to why my character would have any survival knowledge.
It's not something you would have a lot of knowledge on. It's
Yeah,
more
okay.
to notice something.
All right.
So moving
This
on
went well.
up to the
Okay.
free spring.
I'm
All right, Vakaut, I don't have your roll yet.
still trying to get my formulas to work.
Just type /GM roll 1d20.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
Exactly. That's what everyone else is doing. They're typing it out.
Because the formulas in that thing are effed. Ramen roll?
GM.
I got it. Okay, I was putting a space in between.
Okay. So everyone else, you suspect that the water might not be good, but Kel's the one. Hang on.
This ought to be interesting.
Yep.
Isn't that interesting? I think it's interesting.
That is never, ever a good sign.
That's
Ever.
it? That's all I got?
Yeah, that's all you got.
That's all I got.
So much for that natural 20.
The air smells funny. You guys notice that?
Poisonous?
Can I do
Poison?
Can I?
I hear some mushrooms put off poison.
Can I do a spot check to see if I can find any running water or if it's stagnant water?
The water it's a spring. It's coming up. You don't have to roll for that.
But
Something is
Do
making
we-
it come out of the ground.
did we just survival check to notice a smell in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very faint, but something's wrong with this air.
What's it smell like to me? Sulfury?
Thing?
Sharp? Tingy? Tangy?
Is this where everybody goes to the bathroom?
Sweet, sour, pungent.
Very slight sour. There you go.
Are you looking?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the exact.
So, I'm not
Now, oh, wait a minute. Dermot, you would have noticed it too.
Exactly.
Yep, I missed something on that. You and Kel both notice it.
The air smells funny.
Yep, the air smells funny.
Who let one go?
Funny like that or funny like something else?
Funny like your eyes are starting to sting and your throat burns.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nowhere to go, right?
Well, there's several different paths.
We'll look for... Oh, fuck.
Sent track to find the one where the smells
You
least.
said there was a spring. Is it down one of the tunnels that we can
Yes.
see?
Yeah, it's just not too far down.
So if we had, are they all the tunnels like one next to the other, or are they like all around the room?
There's one that's-
west.
Let me try to describe it better. The one that's going off to your immediate left leads down to where you can see the spring.
To our immediate
There's
left.
one
Okay,
immediate
spring.
left. One more is still off to the left, but it's heading up slightly.
Yep. Gotcha.
One that's continuing on pretty much straight ahead of you, and one
Okay.
off to the right that seems to be leading down.
Where's
So
the air going?
when you say down, like downwards and back and towards the direction we were heading?
No,
Or back
it's,
towards the direction we were coming from, rather.
it's got a pretty steep grade heading down to the right of you.
So
You're not sure.
I'm assuming we're in the middle of the room right now. That way
Yeah.
we can see all these different directions.
Yeah.
It's more of a round room.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of the directions seem more traveled than other directions?
The one heading straight ahead of you has a little travel on it still.
I'd like to see which tunnel has the, or where does a tunnel where the smell gets lesser.
Okay.
So are you letting
Let's
us know
see.
any of this? Are you
Let's
off
do
the
a-
cart or
It'd be
anything, or-
pretty obvious I'm sniffing around like a dog.
Are you off the cart,
Okay.
or are you just sniffing around the back, sniffing?
He's running around sniffing at this
Yeah,
point.
I'd probably have to go to tunnel.
Okay, so you just got off the cart and randomly started sniffing around.
Yep.
Okay, just so I understand, so I can roleplay around this properly. And I look at Kel and I'm like,
We need to get out of here.
what is he doing?
The air smells funny. I think he smells it too.
I mean, this seems to be the most obvious direction ahead, and I point towards the most traveled way.
Unless that's the source. I don't know. Dermot, what do you find?
It's not a roll, Sragg.
Oh, it's not? It says something here about a +5 bonus you get with that.
Oh, maybe I didn't copy that down. Just one sec.
Throw me a freaking bonus here.
Oh, it'll be as a survival, but there's a +5 bonus because of that.
Okay.
Okay. And from that, I can give you...
Do 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 do. There's no whistling. Let's go up to the left. It gets less. The smell's less intense up there. It appears to be getting stronger on this way, and I point to the right.
I say I trust you, and I follow Dermot.
Get out of here.
Okay, so you're pointing to the furthermost. The
Up
spring
to the
is
left.
directly. The spring is directly to the left. It's the up and left one. It's not the center one where all the most traveled direction is.
Right, up to the left. The scent is less intense.
Okay.
You notice Sprinkles and Donkey just kind of shake their heads. And,
Shake their
don't
heads.
seem to- yeah, that's it. They're just like snorting and shake their heads.
Okay. Do they seem uncomfortable, like they want to leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
they can smell it.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
It's going to be a pretty hard path for the cart heading up that way, but you
Well,
can make it.
We'll go slowly, obviously, if that's the case.
Yeah. It's pretty hard on them. They're breathing heavy.
How far in the day are we?
You've had quite a bit of time pass.
Are we getting hungry or tired?
You're getting close to the end of your day as far as tired's concerned. You're probably around the about 7 or 8 o'clock point, and definitely hungry. Everyone's been hungry.
Well, I'd like to keep my eyes peeled for an area that seems like a suitable camping spot then and rest spot.
Okay. Well, this seems like a great spot to camp. There is that bubbling spring.
No, I'll pass.
I mean, beyond that. If
Oh,
we're getting
okay.
out of the smelling area.
Okay.
Do I recognize this? This sounds like something that would be familiar in caves.
Yeah, it's just a
So you're going to touch him in private
poison
chat?
gas.
Poison gas.
This
from
one's-
a sulfur plume or something.
Mm-hmm.
Figured.
Okay, heading up that rocky path, it takes you another 2 hours or so to get to a more leveled area. You get into another opening where there's 2 different ways to go.
Okay.
One east, one west.
This is in our little opening? Or is this
After
off the
after you've
side?
gone up for about 2 hours heading up this little rocky path.
Okay.
Can they still tell which way the wind is going? The air is moving?
The air from here seems to be moving from the east.
So there's an east passage and there's a passage which other direction?
West.
East to west.
Okay.
So air is coming from the east down
Mm-hmm.
towards us.
Is it delivering
Yeah.
any interesting smells?
You are catching the smell.
Dwarven barbecue.
I love Dwarven barbecue. It's even more than Korean barbecue. There's an old
That's-
camp that way, and I point to where the wind's coming from.
There's a what?
There's an old camp. Someone had a fire going to the east.
How do you know it's an old camp?
Because it doesn't smell like a new camp.
I just raise an eyebrow and look confused. You can tell this by the smell of the camp?
You can't?
I just shake my head.
I applaud you, Master Dwarf, on your smell.
I think he could use a bath, personally. Looking at all the caked on shit that he had put on himself to look like a great dwarf.
I don't know what you're talking about. I smell fantastic.
This was to the east, you said, or the
Fantastically
west?
gross.
East.
Oh, give me a big hug.
Ah.
I'm a little weary about going to a camp that's been previously used recently.
Well, if they're not there now, it's our camp, isn't it?
Sorry, I just imagined Kel singing it like that and then strumming out.
But don't die.
I suppose.
Well, the wind's going away from this area. At
I
least
thought the wind was coming from the west. It's coming from the east?
it's coming from the
Coming
east.
from the east.
Okay, then we'll head eastward.
At least if we're going into the wind, I can smell something's coming.
Do you have the ability to smell air elementals?
You just gotta find the hole in everything, don't you? Just so you know, I killed more of those goblins than you.
Right. You were a little... No, I'm not even going to go there. I just say right.
Can we get out of here?
I'm glad you joined me on the hunt, Master Dwarf. It was a pleasure. And yeah, we're already moving. That whole conversation was happening while the cart was moving.
Well, I didn't think you picked a direction.
No, yeah, I said east. Even though I was, just asking if you could smell.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was still heading east.
So remove that because we're moving.
We are moving to the east because we're moving on up to the east side.
I smell, there's something else down there.
Is it a deluxe apartment in the sky?
Is it a latrine?
No, nothing that nice, I guess. There's
What is it?
there's an orc.
Smell an orc.
Yeah.
Again, my eyebrow raised.
And the tangy, wet, or metal smell of blood.
This camp seems less and less appealing the more you describe it to me, I say.
You think he'll let us stay there?
The bloody orc, I say to kill.
He definitely smells like a friendly orc, so we should go say hi.
Well, they're friendly, aren't they?
Okay, I stopped the cart. Yeah, the brakes are put on.
I heard they're friendly.
A bloody orc.
Yes!
Well, to be fair,
Where
I
did
can't
you
quite
get this?
smell if he's bloody or something else is bloody.
I got told stories all the time about a bloody orc being friendly.
I asked Dermot, can he tell how many he smells, or does it just smell like one?
Smells. It's a little overpowering, so I'm gonna say it's a lot.
I suggest that one of you scout ahead and investigate the situation before we drag our slow cart into there.
I look at Ardo.
As do I.
Master Rogue, perhaps now with your newfound ability to see in the dark, you'd be the ideal candidate.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Come on, Ardo, you can get us out of this jam.
Let's go, Professor.
Vakaut, perhaps you could throw him that platinum you were going to give me to influence him in his decision.
I hold up the one platinum coin.
Hmm.
And I hold it up high above him.
Shaking
You know,
it.
or you could just let us die here, like all of us die, yourself included.
Oh.
Either way, it's a win-win for you, Ardo.
suppose.
I start bringing it down slowly.
Just bring it out of his reach and lifting it up again as he goes to grab it.
I feel like I'm Scooby Doo over here.
You want the Scooby stack? Yeah,
Do you
Scooby
want an
stack.
auto stack? Auto stack?
If you encounter danger, you have to say rut-row.
Ruh-roh.
Come on,
Yeah,
Ardo,
yeah,
you can
all
get
right.
us out of this.
You have to go
All right.
ruh-roh, coot.
I'll do it.
And I bring it down and I
Okay,
hold
so-
the arm on it. It said payment afterwards.
How close are we to whatever y'all are talking about?
I don't know.
To the orcs.
A hop, skip, and a throw.
I'm
If
not
he can
100%
smell 'em-
sure.
Based
you
on
could
your
be,
smelling ability, Master Dwarf, what is the distance?
we could be really close, and there's not that many of them, or we're really far away, and there's a whole shit ton of them.
How far away can you smell? I ask.
Give or take a couple hundred feet, and actually more than that. One sec. Give or take a good 700 yards.
I shake my head from side to side. Well, we'll be here.
Got a head 700 yards. Huh.
I just
Okay.
look at him and I'm like, damn, I want your nose.
I'll be right back very quickly.
I
Years,
certainly don't.
years of
Ugh.
practice in the forest.
That means I could smell you for miles.
Or what are you talking? I look over him. I can smell you from here.
You do have a bit of a scent, Vakaut.
You had to go there.
So
Just
Ardo,
saying.
you head
Yeah,
up.
I will head up.
All right.
Good luck, Ardo. Come back.
Yeah, sure.
We'll be sitting here, calories behind the cart. No, I'll get down.
I move up silently. I'll do a silent check.
All right, let's see. All right, there's your sneak hide place.
Okay.
Are you hiding or just sneaking? If you're just sneaking, that's fine.
No, I'll hide too.
Okay, so you see the bag start moving down the hallway.
A bag.
I'm gonna get down off the cart
Anyway.
after he gets about 100 feet in front of me and quietly attempt to try to follow him up.
Oh, you're gonna
How are you going to send me forward if you're going to follow me?
Because if
All
you
right,
get into
roll-
trouble,
roll.
You know, there's not
Roll
much
your
point in scouting if we all go.
Okay,
I'm not
All right.
hiding. I'm a little.
you're not
far
hiding.
behind.
Okay,
Like I
okay.
said, I'm staying 100.
So you're
feet
about
behind.
100 feet behind him. Okay,
Sorry, what did I miss? Vakaut's going along with him?
we're
Yeah.
sabotaging Ardo. I mean,
Fair enough.
all right.
Is he still following
So-
with the coin, like on a stick?
No.
So
I go at my full speed.
okay,
Have fun.
Anyway. Yeah. And so what do I see as I go?
along the way up there, there's not much to see.
Oh,
Regular path. When you get up several hundred yards distance from you in the cart, every now and then you'll see a splash of blood.
Huh.
You say a splash of blood strike. Can you be a little more specific? Is it on the ground, on the wall?
It's on the
How big
ground.
Is it?
But Ardo, yeah, it's on the ground for you, Ardo. There's blood splashes on the ground.
When you say splashes, what is their approximate size? 5 feet wide, an inch, 2 inches?
Going full on Dexter on us, aren't you?
Well,
Yes.
I mean, we do the scale of the blood. If we're as players,
Are
if
they-
we're gonna
okay.
be-
The blood
let's say-
coats the floor. There you go.
There we go.
Oh my god. That's rather alarming. Okay.
See, that's exactly.
Ruh-roh,
what I-
Shaggy.
That's definitely painting a different picture.
If I see a little spot of blood on the ground, I'm like, someone had a nosebleed. If I see a whole room covered in blood, something bad happened.
It seems to seep from the walls.
It's happening again.
It's not that bad. There's like a fight happened here, is what you're seeing.
Okay.
Now, going along further, you come up to an opening,
Uh-huh.
and looking into this opening, you see what was several huts that are
Oh, wow.
destroyed, burnt.
Destroyed. Wow.
There's a couple of dead orc bodies piled up. They're charred.
You said there were huts.
Wow.
This is pure like some like is it like in an open cavern or? Can you paint a bit?
Are you like mind scouting with them?
No, I'm just curious. Ardo would notice this, would he not?
Yes.
He might
Let's-
not.
Oh, okay. He just sees huts. It's all he sees is a hut.
All right. You come to this opening with several pillars in the cave, and there is a spring of water you see in the middle of it. Several huts burned, a pile of bodies, and you're noticing several crossbow quills around. But they're small.
I inspect one of the crossbow quills. Can I do that?
This is definite. Yeah, looking at it, it's definitely not orcish make. This is
On
something you
behalf of the
expect to see.
viewers, I thank you for your description.
This crossbow quill seems to be very fine make, a dark metal. It looks like spiders etched into it.
Okay, I wrap the quill into I don't know, some cloth in my bag, and I tuck it away.
There's several
And
more
I
of them
sneak-
scattered about.
Right. I sneak back to the cart or the camp or whatever,
Okay.
and I come out of the darkness and I
As
show
you're
'em
sneaking back, you
they're-
see Vakaut
oh,
creeping along.
yeah. Huh.
Like heading towards.
I imagine
where
that's
he
the
just came
exact
from.
response.
I get behind him. And throw a pebble at his back. Nothing big that'll hurt him with.
I love it.
Just something. Hey, let's go.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Does Vakaut spot him when he does this?
Roll me a spot, Vakaut, just in case.
Why are you going down there?
Why are we even feeding into the troll?
There's
No,
not a
but-
troll. This is happening.
No, yeah.
No, you're the 300-pound
No.
Heidi person.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
You didn't see him. All right. So, Ardo, you sneak up behind him and you throw the pebble at his back.
I draw my sword and immediately slash behind me.
Oh, my. Roll your attack. Roll attack.
I'm too far away.
He's still going to attack the darkness.
Yeah, something taps you on the back of the Underdark. You just not like, just some random ghosts. No big deal.
All right. Yeah, you swing wild, and you manage to not hit anything.
There like an intelligence check required to like think maybe you're best not suited to be doing this?
Maybe later.
After just being chased down by a giant spider, something touches you in the back, I'd be pretty jumpy.
No,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm
Like,
more.
hey, it's
Oh, you
just
mean the
me.
truth?
Let's go.
I see what you're saying.
I just shake my head and I'm like, "What? I was coming to help you in case you had issues. Don't do
I'm
that.
good. I got this. Let's go back to the cart. I found something.
No platinum for you."
I head
I
back
walk
to
back
the
the
cart.
other way, fuming.
All right. So, y'all head back to the cart. Once you get there, Ardo, what do you tell?
They're dead. They're all dead, burned.
This is what you
And I
say.
Oh,
And I found this.
that makes a lot more sense than what
And
I had in my head.
I show the arrow quill to them all.
What was that?
I look at the arrow quill. Do I recognize?
And I was like,
any?
there's thousands of these all over.
Well,
Thousands.
not thousands. There's several.
Hundreds.
Million.
Hundreds.
Ardo can't count. There's thousands.
Enough
of
to have an
these.
arsenal.
I'm
Enough
just
for an
gonna,
army.
I'm gonna believe
There's
you said there's
several
thousands of.
Yeah. Okay.
There's several dozen. There's 100 of these at least. There. That's
100
close.
of these?
Of these.
You recognize the make of the Drow hand crossbow quarrel.
Who are dead? Someone's dead. We shouldn't go this way. This seems.
There wasn't
really
enough.
bad.
Noting what you saw, though, Ardo, there wasn't enough bodies there to have filled all the huts you saw destroyed. Just to be fair.
Did you disclose to
I
us
don't know.
the hut situation, or did you just say?
No, I forgot to mention that to him.
No, I'm just curious of what he described to us
Shame on
specifically.
you.
I don't know if I missed anything.
I just tell them there's a hut. It looks like a whole village of orcs were there, and they're all dead.
No one is
'Cause
alive.
I don't know No, I didn't see anybody that was alive.
I don't know if I've seen arrows like quills like these before.
You have.
You took one of the quill. I have. I look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
It's
need me to roll
definitely
anything?
crafted for.
Come on.
No, you
I
would
gotta spell it out. Come on.
You'd
You can get it.
instantly
You would know
recognize it.
Okay. What is it?
It's from a Drow hand crossbow.
Loth, the spider queen. Loth, come on.
Does Ardo say this? Loth, come on, it's Loth.
Get your shit together.
Who lived out here and who didn't?
And I say, these are of my kin. Well,
I
if
thought
it was,
as much stories in
if it
Faerun
was
or
an aggressive orc village, perhaps it was best that it was taken care of in this fashion.
Maybe it was a hunt.
Does that mean
Like
maybe there's
you.
a town we can stay at nearby?
Orc food sounds likely slightly more appetizing than drow
Well,
food.
There could
Only
be
slightly.
any number of things that could be, any number of drow that could have instigated this type of situation. I say, Sragg, based on the general areas that we're in and the approximate distance we've traveled to the main city we were at, are there any potential cities in the area that I would know about? Then these groups might have come from, or towns that I might know of?
No, you can only assume, based on the geography of the area, that they must have been from the city you've already came from.
Mhm.
But that means that this path back to the west must lead back to that city.
So I'm thinking that this path leads back to the city.
So
Yeah.
we went west? I thought we went east.
You were going east. The path to the west, though, would lead back to
We'd
the
lead
city.
back to. They came from the west and went.
Oh.
So that means it was those.
They either
Those
came
raiding
from the
parties.
west and went east and hit them on the way. Well, they were on their way back.
Well, if
Hit them on the way.
they think the orcs are dead, then what better place to hide? It's
My
not like they're going to
sentiments
come try and
exactly.
kill them again.
Right. My experience with orcs has never been the greatest, despite what you may have heard, Master Kel. in your sing-songs. I think we should probably head this way if they've taken care of the orc threat.
Well, the stories I heard, he was definitely threatening, but not.
He?
Yeah,
I say.
he.
I suppose on rare occasions, orcs as individuals may be okay, but tribes that I've seen have never been civil at best.
Well, thankfully this tribe's not a problem anymore because it's dead.
Yeah, the cart's continuing on in that direction.
Okay.
And
And-
as we're going, I asked Master Ardo, you didn't see any survivors you mentioned of any kind, drow or
No.
otherwise.
No, I didn't.
Were there any drow casualties, or were they all orcs?
I just saw orcs.
All right.
After a short ride, you wind up at the orc camp, or what's left of it, and immediately notice why they were camping out in this area. Is there is a spring here?
Like
So they just used the village for the
just
spring.
like a water, like a pool. How big is this
Wow.
pool of water?
It's a small pool of water, roughly 5 foot wide, but bubbling up.
So it's
Natural
okay.
spring.
No smell to it
it-
this time.
Is it? Yeah. Good question.
No smell.
It does it appear to be hot? Is there steam coming from it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh,
Seeping out
cool.
of the stone.
A hot tub.
Yeah. Time to get naked again.
Vakaut just jumps in the middle of the water.
Woo!
I love these things.
Okay.
Immediately starts to boil.
Given the time of day, perhaps we should rest. I fear poor Sprinkles here needs a break, and perhaps Snickers also.
Snickers. Who's Snickers?
Snickers,
Yeah,
I
the
put in the
donkey.
donkey.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, so
You
there's just-
finally named the donkey.
Donkey's just
Thank God.
shaking his head. No.
Snicker
Hell
with
no.
sprinkles.
You can shake his head all he wants. Just keep referring to him as Snickers.
Snickers.
So that means when he doesn't pull right, that means he's hungry.
He's hangry.
Snickers.
So, yeah, you think this would be a pretty fair spot?
Based on my assessment of the area, I feel it's secure.
How clean
Yeah,
does
you
it
think
look?
well, I mean, it has been recently assaulted, so
How
it's tough.
how recent are they? Like cadavers that are decaying or fresh?
They were burnt
slain?
pretty crispy.
They're burnt. Okay.
Are they still smoldering?
No, it's definitely an older thing. This has happened a couple of days ago.
A couple days ago. Okay. All right.
How do you like your orcs? Crisp.
I like
Well
my
done.
arms crisp. Oh,
Well
wow.
done.
Okay. I put the wagon to the side. I look around to see if there's anything of interest in this village. Or anything salvage.
Roll me a search if you're going to search around the area.
Okay.
Can I look around for any drow?
That would be a spot.
Yeah, I want to just be cleaning stuff at the pool.
You're hanging out at the pool. You're the pool boy. He's got short shorts on, and like a tight wet t-shirt.
You just see me heading off that way. Something about commenting about my smell. I'll tell that who smells good at the end of the day.
You guys
He,
said
he
you.
found a big net and he's like scooping the water.
You
I
find
say,
one of these drow hand crossbow that's not damaged.
I found a drow hand crossbow.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
said you didn't see any drow up here. I'm looking around.
You don't see any either. The crossbow bolts are the only thing to really mark that they were here, and the precision with which these orcs were dispatched.
Forget that.
I'll grab a couple dozen crossbow bolts to go with the crossbow and put them in the cart.
Okay.
So this is like mass genocide we're looking at here.
Yes. You're
Okay.
looking at there should have been many more orc bodies from the size of the encampment that they had here.
Right.
If I had to guess on how many huts there were, approximately how many huts?
Looking around, you'd say there's probably about 13 huts here, roughly. One
And
bigger
they're about
one.
like a single family dwelling, quote unquote.
Yeah, generally. And the pile of bodies only numbers about 12.
So it's not okay.
1,000.
Like about half of the bodies missing. It seems more or less.
Probably you would expect that at least 40 bodies are missing.
So it was a slaving raid.
Potentially, yeah.
Or might as well while they're here raid.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe they were
Well,
hunting.
If that was
Something
the
like that.
case, then
Half of them were here, half of them were.
where would they be hiding at?
No, like I mean, while they were just coming back, and then they're like, oh well, might as well take prisoners.
Yeah. And not necessarily raid for the intent of, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Anyone else have anything for me?
Do I see anything at the lake? At the pond?
Roll a search.
Oh, God, here comes another one.
And while he's doing that, do I see anywhere where we are going to set up our camp?
There
Or
looks
has
like
anyone started setting up a camp.
no one started yet, but there's a pretty good spot with a fire pit already made for you and possibly enough salvageable material to make even a small enclosure if you wanted.
You mean like around us?
Yeah, you can make almost a wall out of the remains of the tents if you wanted.
Circle the wagons, sort of deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd start doing that, but doing it quite crappily, I guess.
Crappily.
Mine would be more of just a shield that we're back here.
He sets up a wall that I walk over.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of what it. It's like flimsy
I'm
and
like,
like
that's nice.
I'm setting up this very shoddy makeshift wall,
All right.
like as if a child would make it. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
You make one of those traps with a box and a stick and a string.
Vakaut, you see a glinting in the water.
Oh God.
I'm not biting this one this time.
Well, you never.
You searched.
Sparkly. You found
Searched
sparklies.
on request.
How deep is the water?
I grabbed
And I-
Not very.
sparklies if it was shallow. Hell yeah.
Not very. It's shallow.
It's a wishing well.
Just off the edge.
I'm gonna go back to the cart and grab the rope,
Now,
and I'm gonna feed some rope down into the pond. When I pull it back up, is there anything weird going on with the rope?
No, the rope's about that much wet. That's about it.
Oh, man.
sorry.
I love the exactitude of these situations. That it's like making a wish on a lamp. and I don't want any zombie turkeys. I don't want to turn into a turkey myself. I don't want any weird stuff to happen. Got it?
I was
You,
actually just referring to, is there anything weird going around the pond? So while I'm cleaning, I'm not having any issues or finding anything. But okay.
The rope's not burning. It doesn't seem to be smoking at all.
Do I smell
It's-
anything on the end of the rope?
Wet rope.
It smells damp.
I put the rope back in and I keep it there for a little bit longer.
Just imagine this situation with this hobgoblin dipping a rope in, smelling it, and then leaving a rope in the water.
Not, at the moment, nothing seems to be happening to the rope.
I don't think he knows how to fish. Is what I say to Kel if I see this happening.
Can I lay on my stomach and like reach my arm in and grab it, or do I actually have to get in there and bend down to pick it up?
You would probably
What is he doing?
have to reach down to grab it.
From inside?
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I
stop
come up
whatever
from
I'm doing
behind.
to watch this. 'Cause
Yeah,
this is,
we're
like,
all, I think,
entertaining.
by now just staring. Like,
I think actually the best way to get to it, you probably have to get down, like you said, on your stomach and hold your hand out and reach down to get it.
I look behind me and do I see Dermot there laughing?
Yeah, they're all
do
they're
all
all
of us
watching you now.
see him?
we're like,
But I have-
the
I
middle
have a
of
big
whatever we're
goofy brain.
doing is just kind of paused. We're just like,
Yeah, and I have a big stupid grin on my face just watching you do this because it's like,
This scenario is
Do I,
ridiculous.
do I,
With Kel's half set up wall and the hobgoblin dipping a rope into the water. And
do I see what he's looking at?
You know what? I'm just gonna
Not yet.
screw it.
Uh,
My character gets down on his stomach and he screams YOLO and he reaches in and snatches it.
what's YOLO?
Oh my gosh. He screams YOLO. You see a giant croc come out.
Was that what's missing, Croc?
You saw a huge Jurassic Park styled crocodile come out of this inch deep water, snap on the hobgoblin and pull him down. Now, did you say YOLO?
It's the dreaded YOLO beast.
Fear the YOLO.
Fear the YOLO.
No, I just get down on my stomach and I reach in and grab it and bring it back out. And what do I hold in my hand besides a pebble because someone's already stole it?
That's bad. No, you
do it to yourself. Songs for Sragg.
I do it to myself. All right.
That's funny. Okay, you reach out and you grab it, and you have a small ring.
Neat. Them all.
I hold it close to my hand or my chest, and I bring it over
I press it.
to Ryan. I bring it over to Kel. I look around real cautiously. Do you know what this is?
The last remains of your dignity.
A ring?
The last of my dignity, all right.
Was that what was over there in the water that you were being so weird about?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense now. Jeez,
I didn't know
It
since
does?
it was bubbling up. I didn't know if it was gonna be like burning or if it was acid or what. So
Well, I mean,
If I hear this, I'm raising an eyebrow and looking at him like, what?
it's commonly known, Dermot. Magical items they can be quite dangerous.
How many
Right.
orc
right.
villages have you been to? I asked.
I'm looking at Andara and I'm like, hey, they.
Typically, the orcs won't set up villages around poisonous water fountains.
it just depends on how mad the character was when they got rolled.
Well, I can't really tell. Not really sure.
Is there something different going on with it besides just a ring? Is it magical?
I guess I could check that. Detect magic.
Oh, so are they all hush hush over there or what?
Yes.
Okay.
He might be. I'm not.
So is he like looking over, like all paranoid, like they're gonna see the ring?
Precious.
Yeah, I'm just like blurting out whatever I say, and
He's gone right, Golem.
I'm all right. Okay, so I'm gonna cast detect magic to see if it's
You
just a
are
ring.
seeing this as a ring. Where's it at? Right here.
So
There it is. Moderate transmutation.
okay, so here's the thing. It is a magical ring. However, it could be cursed. I don't know. We'll have to find a spell or a wizard in order to find out.
But you get your choice of toppings. The toppings are also cursed.
I would recommend not putting it on.
Where's the fun in that? Put it on.
Kind of like the
Our master
I gave-
dwarf seems keen to wear the ring. Maybe you should give it to him.
Listen, Vakaut. The cloak's a different story because the cloak was on a person. Now that person met their demise, so who knows? Maybe it was cursed. But this ring, you found it in a well, or this over there by itself with no one around it.
Maybe it's a wishing well.
So I look back. Is it a wishing well? Can I throw Ardo down and get something in return?
I'm just saying that ring could be cursed. The chances the cloak is cursed, very minimal. But don't. I would suggest not putting it on right away.
Not very YOLO, if you ask me.
I just raise an eyebrow and say, random rings in raided orc villages? Found in ponds? Rather strange.
Can't possibly see what could go wrong.
Well, see, you guys
I
all share
asked
the
him
same idea as I do.
I asked him if there's anything else that he can notice about this.
Oh, it's got.
Does it
some-
have any particular color or
Yeah, what color is it?
gems in it?
Tell me what color it is, and I'll tell him.
Yeah. It
What color is it? I'll
like-
tell you what
Here we
color.
go.
Yeah,
It's a ring set with an opal.
Does
got
he
an
know it's an
opal in
opal? That's awesome. Yeah, it's an opal.
it's got an opal in it. That's about all I can tell you about it.
Silver ring set with an opal.
Silver. There we go.
And it's probably worth about, I don't know.
Between this amount and this amount would probably be your best guess.
Between
Yeah.
Could be worthless. Could be 20,000 gold. It's pretty much, it just depends on
Yep.
what.
What it is.
Yep. Could be a couple gold, could be thousands of gold. It really depends what's on it.
I thank Master Cal for it, and I put it in my pocket.
If we find a wizard, definitely pay him to tell you what's that ring is.
And then remove the curse.
Well, don't put it on. Just don't put it on. I don't think you can remove the curse.
I say remove the curse. Now the ring is cursed.
That is bad.
We have a cursed ring.
Find
You
out what
stay
the
over
ring
there
is.
with your cursed ring.
Listen, guys, that's not how this thing works. You're being very magical item racist right now.
I'm only getting one part of the story here. I hear you spouting out things about a cursed ring.
I'm not. I'm just saying it could be cursed, guys. Seriously. What do you make of my wall?
I walk over to
I just
Ardo.
golf clap again for the wall.
I
give a
walk
thumbs
over to
up.
Ardo. I walk over towards Ardo and I give him his 1 platinum.
Okay.
Ardo, what do you take?
What do you mean, what do I take?
He's walking over to you with
Uh-huh.
a ring that's potentially thousands of gold.
I think I'm good.
That's not what all this message said. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to read that out loud. Never mind.
Yeah. I like how he's
Did
glowing
you-
red right now. What is he up to?
Yeah.
Did you at least leave the man his underpants?
What?
You took the platinum.
Sure, I guess. Yeah.
I immediately checked
All of
my
it?
purse afterwards.
Yeah.
What coin purse?
You know what?
Yeah, it's there. It's
Given Vakout's history with Ardo, I would not think that was out of reason that he would be checking his coin purse immediately after going near Ardo.
there. Well, you see, he still doesn't know he's been robbed, technically.
But
Except for the fact that Ardo, yeah, you're right.
given his
He caught him with
previous his previous attempts multiple times,
Yeah.
catching him with his
Yeah.
hand in his bag.
So, my question I have is, do I see my coin purse?
Yes.
I checked the coin purse. Is everything there?
Everything except for what you have doled out yourself.
I checked to make sure that the cloak is still there.
You see him checking all of his pockets now.
The cloak is still there.
Is the ring still there? I checked the pocket with the ring.
The ring is still there.
Did you write down in your inventory sheet that you have said ring?
Silver ring. With...
Set with an opal. Has everyone written down everything they've gained today? It would be horrible if it disappeared tomorrow.
What are the goggles actually called?
Playing
Do we know,
tomorrow?
or-
Goggles
you
of
wanna give me
night.
that, or-
Goggles of night.
I like these goggles.
I'm glad. That wizard liked them too.
Till he was
They
dead.
didn't help him very much.
Well, he tried to fight off the scorpion, but it didn't work. Thus lies the final resting place of poor Herman von Derpus.
To
It is
Von
more-
Derpus.
It was always a mystery what happened to his goggles of scorpion pheromone.
Until now.
Do we get XP for solving that quest?
You would curse me like that, wouldn't you? Oh my god.
Oh, it's been so much fun. Are we needing a break yet, or are we still good? How we look on time there?
I think it's about time for a wrap up.
Wrap up. Are you about done?
No, I'm not.
I'm good to go, but if
Yeah,
we're
I think we're going to wrap it up for this week. So what's our XP, Sragg?
XP. You haven't killed anything. You didn't fight anybody. Some goblins. Those aren't worth anything. That was a murder. No, an actual
It's a
fight.
good thing I got us some XP. Jeez.
All right. Well, y'all should at least make up your camp here while I'm figuring that out. Anyone want to have a little role play session while I'm thinking this here?
Yeah, after I threw that crossbow stuff in the back of the cart, and then I would start to make a fire.
I'm
Okay.
actually going to feel kind, and I'm going to walk over to Andara, and I'm going to pull out that ring.
I'm gonna step back from his cursed ring. With all due respect, Master Hobgoblin, I say questionably. You can keep your ring for now, but thank you.
I look back at her with a confused look. Well, what kind of hobgoblin do you take me for? I was trying to give you a ring so that you can use, not for you to wear as anything else.
I'll take it.
If you want to leave it in the cart, go for it. Master Kel, feel free. If you find it's anything useful, by all means, let me know.
I feel insulted by this comment. And I keep my ring.
No offense to you, Master Hobgoblin, but you're rather odd. I'm not used to your kind in these parts. Or any parts. I say, and I'm thinking, like, when was the last time I seen a Hobgoblin like
What
this?
are
Never.
you?
Well, this is awkward.
And I'm like, I guess this is like, maybe this is ordinary.
Says the one running around killing goblins and they're nude.
Okay, then.
There was
I do
nothing
have-
awkward about that.
Everybody gained 840 XP.
Dope.
Yes.
840? Alright.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good haul for what you did, but then again, you survived some pretty nasty shit. So,
How much time expired?
um,
What am I tracking?
you went through about a 24-hour period.
Yeah, it was like a day.
So then it's like 11 p.m. the next day.
Yeah. Do we have? Let me have my MVP report.
Man, we're getting right to it here. Holy cow.
Nobody ever votes for me for some reason. I don't understand.
Are we supposed to?
I need to gain experience so I can level my monsters up.
No.
Hell no.
And now that that's out of the bag, no votes ever.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm missing one.
I like to.
Who's tapping?
A dead man.
Tapping on a dead man's chest.
All right.
16.
I have here Andara.
Yay.
You're going to gain 300 experience.
Yay.
It's enough to level you.
Probably.
All right. Ardo,
Yes.
Thank you.
you're gaining 100 experience.
Yay, 100.
And I actually got a vote. That means all the monsters have gained 3 levels for next mission.
I know.
Oh,
Wonderful. Well, that's it for
Why?
this week of Forgotten Fates. Tune in next time we broadcast to find out if we ever survive this cave of horrible. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. Leave a comment, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Adios.